What's up, guys? Welcome back to The Dazzle. Today we are going to be starting a mini-series where we teach you how to make real Mexican food leading all the way up until Cinco de Mayo.
Yep, and fun fact, as Mexicans, myself included, even though I was born in the States, we do not actually celebrate Cinco de Mayo like people think we do, because Mexican Independence Day is actually in a completely different month, but more about that later. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to make Mexican rice the way that my dad makes it.
So this is going to be authentic. Stay tuned.
Okay, so this is actually a very simple recipe, and it only has a few ingredients, so I'm going to show you right here. What we're going to use for our rice is we're going to have 3 small Roma tomatoes. I usually have larger ones and I'll use 2, but these were tiny. So we're going to use 3 of those, 2 cloves of garlic, and then usually about 1/4 of an onion, but the onions that we got this time were ginormous. So this is about 1/8 of the onion, so just about a chunk that size. And then, of course, we're going to need some rice. We're going to make about 2 cups of rice. And you're also going to need some chicken bouillon, how Garrett would say it, this chicken flavoring. So, yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we need to toast our rice. So I put about 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil in this pan, and I measured out 2 cups of rice. So I'm going to just pour that right in here, just dry. And we're just going to keep an eye on it and just move it around. Let it get nice and golden. Okay, now that our rice is toasted, we're going to add these ingredients to the blender. So I'm just going to toss them right in. Hopefully they'll blend, we'll see. And then what I'm going to do is just add about, let me grab a spoon. Just a heaping teaspoon of the chicken bouillon. That's about right. And since this is going to be a little dry, we're just going to add a little splash of water, but not too much, because we really want it to just be the tomato juice with all the other ingredients very concentrated, because that'll help our rice get more of that beautiful orange color. So let me add a little bit. There, just a little splash. And I grab my lid. And we're just going to blend that until it's smooth. Okay, so now our tomato stuff is nice and smooth. And it's going to give you about 1 cup of just the tomatoes, a little bit of water, everything. So now we're going to add that to our toasted rice. Okay, so our rice is done toasting now. We don't want it to get too brown, but if you look closely, there are some parts that are pretty toasty and then some that aren't as toasty. And that's just really important. You don't want your rice to burn, but now it's ready for our sauce. Okay, now I highly recommend that you have your lid with you when you pour this, because it's probably going to splatter. So it's just good to have this little shield. So we're going to pour this in. And then we're just going to mix it up. Okay. Now you're probably thinking right now, Isabel, you're crazy. That is not enough moisture for the rice to cook. And you're right. We're going to add some water in just about 5 minutes. But right now we're going to let the rice really absorb that tomato sauce. That way it'll have that nice color. So our rice has been cooking in our tomato mixture for about 5 minutes now. So if you can see, it's getting a little dry. So now we're going to go ahead and add 3 cups of water. And I went ahead and just got the rest of the tomato out of the blender. So this is just that mixed with water. So we'll pour that in. And We're just gonna stir it again, make sure it's good to go. And we're gonna leave this on a low heat to cook covered just for about 20 minutes. And make sure you keep an eye on it. Sometimes this has happened to me. The water has been absorbed a lot faster than I expected and it will burn on the bottom. So just in order to avoid that, keep an eye on it. And if you feel that you need to add a little bit more water at a time, then just go ahead and do that to make sure that your rice cooks fully, it's nice and tender, and you don't get that burnt layer on the bottom. Okay, our rice is ready. And once again, our rice is ready, and I made sure to keep an eye on it. I ended up actually adding about another cup of water, but yeah, you can see that it got all of that beautiful color, and it's nice and soft as well. Didn't stick to the bottom. So yeah, look at that beautiful rice right there. Again, super simple recipe, and I love it. I mean, it doesn't always turn out just like my dad's, but it gets pretty close, so it's nice to have. It makes me think of home. So yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna be doing a recipe every day until Cinco de Mayo, and hopefully by the end of that, you'll be able to have your own Mexican dinners. So make sure to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.